You probably think perfection is the goal. Say the right things. Never stumble. Always look like you've got it together. But here's what nobody tells you. People who look too perfect make others deeply uncomfortable. They're hard to trust. Hard to connect with. And the moment they slip up even slightly, everything collapses. But when someone competent drops their notes, spills their coffee, admits they got it wrong, something strange happens. People like them more. They lean in. They trust them. That's not an accident. That's psychology. And once you understand it, it changes how you show up everywhere. Here's the version of this you already know. You've worked hard to get good at something. Maybe it's your job. Maybe it's a skill you've put real time into. People respect what you can do. But the moment you're around someone who matters, a potential client, a new group, someone you want to connect with, you tighten up. You monitor every word. You hide any sign of uncertainty. You never say, I don't know. You prepare, and then you over-prepare, and then you polish the whole thing until it gleams. And yet something still feels off. The harder you work at appearing flawless, the more distant people seem. There's respect, maybe, but there's no warmth. No real connection. Like there's a pane of glass between you and everyone else, and you put it there. You're doing everything right. So why does it still feel like people aren't quite letting you in? Here's the part that will genuinely shift something for you. Trust isn't built by looking perfect. It's built by being real. So what is it about a small mistake? Just a small, ordinary human mistake that suddenly makes people feel so much closer to you? Let's get into what's actually happening in your brain. Every time you meet someone, your brain is quietly running a threat assessment. Automatically, unconsciously. And one of the core questions it's asking is this person real? Are they showing me who they actually are? Or is this a performance? Here's the problem with perfection. Perfection is a mask. And your brain knows it. When someone never stumbles, never shows doubt, never lets a rough edge show, your instincts fire a quiet alarm. Something doesn't add up. People aren't built like that. This feels staged. Think of it like a perfectly still lake. Beautiful from a distance. But you wouldn't swim in it if you didn't know what was underneath. A small mistake breaks the surface. It lets people see what's underneath. And the moment that happens, something in the brain relaxes. They're human. Like me. I know how to be around this person. Here's the critical piece, and most people miss it completely. This only works when you already have some level of competence. The mistake is the crack in the armor. But there has to be armor to begin with. If someone who's clearly struggling makes another mistake, it just confirms the struggle. No warmth shift. No trust. Just more doubt. But if someone who's sharp, prepared, and clearly capable stumbles, that contrast is electric. Because now they're not just impressive, they're safe. They're real. They're one of us. That's what psychologists call the Pratfall Effect. A small mistake from a competent person doesn't damage trust. It creates it. It signals, I don't need to pretend with you. And that makes the other person feel like they don't have to pretend either. Most people are so afraid of imperfection that they've accidentally locked people out. The wall they built to look strong? It's the exact same wall keeping real connection from getting in. Here's where this comes from. In 1966, social psychologist Elliot Aronson ran a now-famous study at the University of Minnesota. Participants listened to recordings of people taking a general knowledge quiz. Some people on the tape answered almost every question correctly. Others performed at an average level. Then, in some versions, Aronson added something small. After finishing, one of the high performers accidentally knocked over a cup of coffee. You could hear it happen. A small, clumsy, completely ordinary moment. Nothing more. Then participants were asked, who did you like more? The high-performing person who spilled the coffee? Rated significantly more likable, more trustworthy, more someone you'd want to actually know. The average performer who did the same thing? Less likable than before. That asymmetry is the whole insight. The stumble only helped the person who already seemed capable. For everyone else, it just confirmed the doubt. Aronson called this the Pratfall Effect. A pratfall is an old term for a clumsy stumble, the kind of physical comedy from old films. But the effect isn't limited to knocking things over. It applies to any moment of human imperfection that breaks the illusion of total control. Saying, "I'm not sure." Laughing at yourself when you get something wrong. Admitting you were nervous. These are all pratfalls. Quiet ones. And they work just the same. So how do you actually use this? Without faking mistakes, without performing vulnerability? Here are 3 things you can do today. Step 1. Stop editing out the small stumbles. Most people instinctively recover, apologize, and erase. Someone asks something you don't know, and you pivot fast and fill the silence with noise. You mispronounce something and overcorrect. You get nervous and you hide it. Try this instead. Just let the small moment land. I actually don't know that off the top of my head. I stumbled there, let me try that again. I was honestly a little nervous going into this. You're not undermining yourself. You're humanizing yourself. There's a significant difference. Step 2. Acknowledge one past mistake honestly. In conversations that matter, first meetings, client calls, interviews, don't build your story around flawless wins only. Drop in one real thing you got wrong and what it taught you. Not as a confession, as proof that you think clearly enough to recognize your own limits. The Pratfall Effect says, a competent person who admits a mistake becomes more trustworthy, not less. That's not a weakness you're showing. That's credibility you're building. Step 3. Lead with warmth, not credentials. The Pratfall Effect only works when people already sense your competence. So earn that first, and then let your guard down. Share the story where things didn't go cleanly. Let people see the version of you that exists outside the polished presentation. Because the goal was never to look perfect. The goal was to be trusted. And being trusted means letting people see you clearly, not through a filter. A small crack in the surface is how the light gets in. And it's how people get in too. Here's the one thing to carry with you today. The people you trust most in your life, they're not the ones who were perfect. They're the ones who were real. Competence gets you in the room, but a little humanity keeps you there. If something in this landed for you, subscribe to Mind Sketchbook. We're here every week, simplifying the ideas that change how you think. This has been Mind Sketchbook, simplifying psychology, one sketch at a time.